specifically talking about, kind of getting student level data and using it to inform what we're doing as a student support unit. Or at UCF, we like to think about cultivating a healthy and vibrant student success and well-being ecosystem, right? We kind of view all of these different student support units as component parts in a larger whole. And so one of the projects that I'm definitely most proud of is a project that we call Operation Insights. And it's just that. It's developing a data collection system in which everybody is inputting data in a standard and systematic and accurate and consistent way, pulling that data out cleanly and rendering it back to that unit in a way that they can use that data to inform their strategy, their kind of daily, weekly, monthly decision making, right? This is all everybody's shaking their head. Yes, this makes sense, right? This is simple stuff. Everybody's doing that. Well, it's not true. I would say we're probably one of a handful of schools across the country that has the student level data available to us that we have now. So that's one that I'm very, very proud of. A little bit of context to that, I guess. We underwent a couple large restructures in the past 2 years. I guess 3 years. UCF as a whole restructured all of our student support units into the Division of Student Success and Wellbeing, kind of in the middle of 2022. Towards the end of 2023, SSWB, so the Division Student Success and Wellbeing, SSWB restructured all of our advisors out of the colleges and centralized them into a new model called academic success coaching, which is a different strategic vision than just kind of advising, which we consider a little more transactional, right? Get registered for classes, make sure you're here, make sure you're there. That's it. Come see me once a semester, you're set. Success coaching is a little bit more relational, right? It's designed to deliver holistic care, not necessarily kind of mental health support and all. We have dedicated staff for that, but this kind of sense of come see me for 15 minutes every couple months. Let's check in, let's make sure that we're doing. So in that model, essentially, my boss asked me, hey, if we're going to be delivering holistic care, we don't have holistic data. So how do we know? We're only looking at one slice of a pie for the student. How do we kind of get a better picture of where each student is at? And that's where Operation Insights was born, was both being able to provide that data to our success coaches so that they can have more data-informed conversations with students. Hey, it looks like you're struggling in biology. That's going to be a really, really critical course for your medicine degree. But students who also struggle in biology can switch over to bioengineering, and that's, they have a little bit more success. Not directing students what to do, but giving them the information they need to make the most informed decision on achieving their, academic, career, and kind of lifelong goals. So both to get the data in the success coaches' hands, who are our kind of primary support service, right? There's all kinds of, but we're trying to drive students more towards success coaches. And then also to get the data into leadership's hands, right? If our president comes down and say, hey, we made this big investment in switching all the advisors and centralizing them and calling them success coaches and giving them raises. And I think we're now operating the largest success coaching model in the nation. What are we getting to show for that, right? How many times did we meet with students last semester? What kind of students were they? What were they talking about? That's the kind of data that we now have access to that we've never had access to before. So I can tell you how many students a certain college met with last week and what those sessions were about and when those sessions were, and if that coaching session was the result of a campaign that we had sent out, or if it was the result of a student just proactively scheduling with that ASC. I can tell you what percent of a ASC's roster that ASC has met with. So all of our ASCs have rosters of students that they kind of keep from freshman year to graduation. So this is all really helpful data, both for our understanding of how we're impacting students, and then also the frequency of that impact, and our ability to give ASCs some information about their students that say, or said that help them support students in making the most informed decision for their goals.